Good Thursday morning. Rising tensions between the U.S. and Cuba.
After an alarming incident on the high seas, it is February 26th. This is Today. Deadly encounter. Cuban troops opened fire on a U.S. registered speedboat, killing at least 4 people and capturing at least 5 others. Cuban officials there claiming the group came from Florida to carry out an armed infiltration.
We're not going to base our conclusions on what they've told us.
A U.S. investigation now underway amid growing questions over the clash. We'll have the very latest. Under oath, an unprecedented moment in the Epstein investigation. The Clintons set to testify before House lawmakers, starting today with the former Secretary of State, the former president to follow.
Anyone that has information about Jeffrey Epstein or spent any time with him, I think it's important to ask questions.
What will they say about Bill Clinton's connection to the late sex offender? And will it be enough for survivors demanding answers? We're there live. Breaking overnight, round 3. More high-stakes nuclear talks underway between the U.S. and Iran amid that massive American military buildup in the Middle East and ongoing threats from President Trump. Can they reach a deal? A live report from the region straight ahead. New developments. Federal agents looking at more evidence on day 26 in the search for Nancy Guthrie, even as they prepare to turn her home back over to the family. Where the investigation stands and a closer look at how the FBI's anonymous tip line is working to gather more potential clues. Enough already. Yet another major snowstorm possible this weekend while the South bracing for rain. Al's got your full forecast. All that plus love story.
What's that?
I need a new suit.
It's TV's hottest show, capturing the chemistry, courtship, and high-profile marriage of JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. This morning, we'll hear from its star and look at the lasting impact of one of America's most iconic couples. And heroes welcome.
Let's hear it for number 86, Shaq Hughes.
The stars of Team USA return to thunderous applause at arenas across the NHL. The women set to get their moment tonight as fans here at home show their appreciation for our gold medal winners. Today, Thursday, February 26th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Greg Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to Today. Thank you so much for starting your Thursday with us. Hoda is here while Savannah remains with her family. How about those hockey players?
It's so fun to watch the afterglow of the Olympics. Hats off to both the men's and the women's. And I read somewhere that women's hockey tickets professionally are going at like 50% higher than they used to. So it'll be a lasting effect.
We will take a look at those celebrations coming up in just a bit, but we do want to start with a series of breaking stories that are unfolding this morning. Right now, a third round of nuclear talks between the U.S. and Iran underway in Geneva, coming amid that massive buildup of U.S. aircraft and warships in the Middle East.
Meantime, a short time from now here in the U.S., a series of historic depositions is set to begin with Hillary Clinton testifying to the House Oversight Committee regarding its investigation into Jeffrey Epstein.
But we are going to start with that deadly confrontation off the coast of Cuba, where Cuban border troops shot and killed 4 people on a Florida-registered speedboat. The Trump administration now launching an independent investigation that will determine the U.S. response. We're following all of it. We'll start with that shooting, and NBC's senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez. Gabe, good morning.
Greg, good morning. This is quickly spiraling into an international incident. The Trump administration says it's trying to sort out the facts here. This all comes as the U.S. has been taking dramatic steps to choke Cuba's economy and potentially topple its government. Now, it's scrambling to find out what led to this violent shootout at sea.
Overnight, new accusations from the Cuban government after a deadly gunfight in Caribbean waters left 4 people dead, sparking fears of a new escalation between the U.S. and Cuba. Secretary of State Marco Rubio skeptical of Cuba's version of events.
It is highly unusual to see shootouts in open sea like that. But we're going to find out. We're not going to base our conclusions on what they've told us.
The Cuban Interior Ministry says 4 people were killed and 6 injured after Cuba's Border Patrol intercepted a speedboat that was registered in Florida. In a new statement overnight, the Cuban government says the boat's passengers were Cuban residents of the United States and accuses the passengers of intending to carry out an infiltration for terrorist purposes. Adding assault rifles, Molotov cocktails, and other weapons were seized.
We obviously want to have access to these people if they are American citizens or U.S. residents. But I'm not going to speculate now because right now still a lot of the information that's out there is information that's been provided by the Cubans.
The shootout happened off the island's northwest coast Wednesday morning. According to Cuban officials, their border patrol approached the boat and attempted to ask the passengers for ID, but they opened fire and Cuban officers shot back.
Con matrícula de la Florida.
Cuban television says one of the country's border patrol commanders was injured and that Cuba will protect its territorial waters.
That region of the world was just like a powder cake, right? Could blow up at any time.
Tensions with the communist country just 90 miles off the Florida coast already high as President Trump has ramped up pressure in recent weeks.
Cuba is right now a failed nation.
Fuel shortages have devastated Cuba's economy, with the U.S. blocking virtually all oil shipments to the island following the American capture of Venezuela's authoritarian leader, Nicolas Maduro.
Gabe, let's talk about the folks on that boat for a moment here. 4 dead, 5 captured. What more do we know about those individuals?
Well, the survivors are being treated at a hospital in Cuba, Craig, and in a statement, that country's government says the majority of the people on the boat have a known history of criminal and violent activity. The U.S. has so far not confirmed that and is conducting its own investigation as to why they were on that boat. Craig.
All right, Gabe Gutierrez from the White House. Gabe, thank you.
Also this morning, the first of 2 historic depositions in the ongoing Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton facing questions from the House Oversight Committee. And tomorrow, the committee will hear from her husband, former President Bill Clinton. NBC's Ryan Nobles is in the Clintons' hometown of Chappaqua, New York, where those depositions are taking place. Hey, Ryan, good morning.
Hoda, good morning. And the Clintons have told the House Oversight Committee that they have nothing to contribute to this investigation. But the fact that the former president has appeared in the files, despite not being accused of any wrongdoing, was enough to force the committee to threaten contempt if they refuse to appear.
It has never happened before. A former president and first lady forced to appear before a congressional committee under subpoena.
They're not going to be treated any differently than anyone else.
Bill and Hillary Clinton initially resisted the request of the House Oversight Committee to appear to answer questions. But as the Epstein files continued to be released and Bill Clinton's name and picture continued to pop up hundreds of times, both Republicans and Democrats agreed the couple needed to answer their questions.
Certainly any information that the former president has, I want to understand and I want to know.
The former president has not been accused of any wrongdoing, but he is among a group of powerful men who survivors and their advocates want answers from. The couple has demanded the Justice Department release all the files connected to Epstein.
Get the files out. They are slow walking it.
The Clintons' call for transparency echoed by Capitol Hill Democrats and come as more questions have been raised about what's been released. NBC News confirming NPR's report that some documents connected to a woman whose name is redacted are missing from the publicly released files. The woman, according to a source familiar with the investigation, has alleged to the FBI that she was forced into a sex act with President Trump when she was 13. She also accused Epstein of assaulting her, also when she was 13, and spoke to the FBI 4 times about Epstein. One of those interviews appears in the files, but the other 3 do not. It's unclear if those missing interviews contain any references to Trump. Last month, the DOJ referred to, quote, untrue and sensationalist claims submitted to the FBI right before the 2020 election, and now saying it will release any documents that were improperly held back. President Trump has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing related to Epstein.
I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein.
Meanwhile, the fallout from Epstein is only growing. Billionaire and Microsoft founder Bill Gates apologized this week to his foundation for his past ties to Epstein, according to a recording reviewed by the Wall Street Journal, in which he also said he did not see or participate in any illegal activities. And in the United Kingdom, both former Prince Andrew and Peter Mandelson, the former ambassador to the United States, who each had ties to Epstein, are under investigation for possible misconduct in public office, unrelated to Epstein's crimes.
So, Ryan, the Clintons are going to testify, but do we know how they are going to do that?
Yeah, so Hoda, this deposition will take place behind closed doors, but it will be videotaped, and the committee has promised that they will release the entire video at some point in the near future. You may remember that the Clintons asked for this deposition to be held in a public hearing, but it is the committee's practice to hold these closed-door depositions first with the possibility of a public hearing in the future. And we do know that both Republican and Democratic members of the House Oversight Committee have traveled here to Chappaqua to be a part of this closed-door deposition. Hoda?
All right, Ryan Nobles for us there in Chappaqua. Ryan, thank you.
And to the weather now, and some news that a lot of folks probably will not enjoy. On the heels of this week's historic blizzard, looks like even more snow could be on the way this weekend. Al is standing by with what we need to know. Good morning, Al.
Good morning, guys, and good morning to you. Yes, it is winter, but boy, we've been taking it on the chin. Let's see what happens now over the weekend. So Sunday, we've got this Arctic air in place. You've got Pacific moisture coming in. It's going to slam into that Arctic air. So Sunday, from Waterloo, south of Chicago to Indianapolis, we're looking at snow, rain and snow picking up into the afternoon and evening. Monday, the snow heads from the Midwest into the Mid-Atlantic. Icy travel for interior valleys of these areas from Cincinnati to D.C. Now, the European model brings it across mid-Illinois, Indiana, on into the mid-Atlantic states, but it's light to moderate. The American model a little more aggressive, bringing heavier snow, Kansas City, St. Louis, down to the east of Charleston, and that means we could be looking at some moderate snow. But again, these models have been vacillating back and forth, so it doesn't mean that we're out of the woods here in the Northeast or the parts of New England. We're going to continue to watch that. We've also got heavy rain right now making its way through the south, and that is good news for them, even though we've got some thunderstorms in there. Could be some airport delays. The good news is there's significant drought down here, so they could use that rain stretching from central Georgia all the way down into Florida. Guys?
All right, Al, thank you so much. We'll check back in just a bit. Now to that breaking news overnight, a new round of nuclear talks getting underway between top negotiators from the U.S. and Iran. NBC's chief international correspondent Keir Simmons is following those for us. Keir, good morning. What's the latest?
Hoda, good morning. The U.S. delegation, led by President Trump's envoy and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, has now arrived. You can see them here in this just-released picture, taking part in those indirect talks with Iranian officials in Geneva, just as the U.S. imposes a wave of new sanctions on Tehran, after Trump made two striking accusations against Iran during his State of the Union this week. First, that Iran was starting all over with its nuclear program, and second, that Iran is working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States. Now, Tehran dismissed all that as a series of big lies, and this morning is urging the Trump administration to approach this third round of negotiations with, quote, seriousness. President Trump, as you say, has amassed huge firepower in this region, while saying during the State of the Union his preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. And Hoda, that's understandable, because a decision to strike Iran could be one of the most consequential of his presidency, with the risk that Iran retaliates against US bases and allies like here in the Gulf where I am, that it leads to a surge in oil prices, and with questions like what would come next in Iran if the US imposed regime change from outside, Hoda.
So, Keir, are there other U.S. officials who believe that Iran is capable of building weapons that may be able to reach the United States?
Well, remember, President Trump said last year that those U.S. strikes on Iran that they had carried out obliterated its nuclear program. That doesn't mean that it hasn't removed its highly enriched uranium, and it doesn't mean that it could quickly produce a weapon. Last year, a Defense Intelligence Agency report said Iran does have something called space launch vehicles that it could use to develop an intercontinental ballistic missile by 2035, should it decide to. President Trump did not say whether there is new evidence suggesting Iran could have missiles capable of striking the US sooner than 2035. But Hoda, if today's negotiations fail, and if President Trump decides to launch strikes on Iran, these are some of the arguments he may make to justify that action. Remembering, of course, that last month he suggested US strikes would be in support of protesters in Iran. Hoda, what's not in doubt is that this is a high-stakes moment.
It is indeed. All right, Keir Simmons for us there in Dubai. Keir, thank you.
Meanwhile, memorial services honoring the life of Reverend Jesse Jackson are getting underway today. The first being held in Chicago, a city that meant so much to the late civil rights icon. NBC's Chicago's Kate Chappell is there for us. Kate, good morning to you.
And good morning to you, Craig. Today begins a multi-day celebration for Reverend Jesse Jackson in his longtime home of Chicago. Starting here at Rainbow Push, the nonprofit organization he founded 5 decades ago. A procession will get underway within the next hour from a nearby funeral home to where we are. Jackson's family will first spend some time with him inside before doors then open to the public. And we are expecting a very big crowd of Chicagoans, possibly thousands, to pay their respects over the next 2 days. It'll be the first of several tributes for the civil rights icon who would pave the way for future political leaders. This coming Monday, Reverend Jackson will lie in state in his native South Carolina. A formal service is then expected in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday, March 4th. Later in the week, Reverend Jackson will then be honored with a public homegoing service at a church right back here in Chicago. All 5 living presidents have been invited to that service. It's still unclear who, if any, will attend. Craig?
All right. NBC Chicago's Kate Chappell. Kate, thank you.
All right. A woman and her young daughter are recovering this morning after a house explosion in Massachusetts. It happened in Taunton, about 40 minutes south of Boston. By the time fire crews arrived, the house was fully engulfed in flames. A 25-year-old woman and her 2-year-old daughter suffered serious burns. They were rushed to the hospital. 2 other homes were also damaged in that fire. An investigation into the cause of that explosion is underway.
The impacts of this week's massive blizzard still being felt throughout the Northeast. Heavy snow caused the roof of a New Jersey ice rink to collapse, as you can see here. Thankfully, there's nobody on the ice at the time. No one was hurt. The rink had actually closed early because of all of the snow that had accumulated over the last few days. This week's historic winter storm dropped more than 20 inches of snow on parts of New Jersey.
Which brings us right to the man, Mr. Roker. Hey, Al.
Hey, guys, good morning. And the good news, folks, much of the rest of the country fairly quiet, other than the showers and thunderstorms that'll be developing down through Florida. A little light snow over the central Great Lakes. Otherwise, sunny and mild midsection of the country. Southern plains see record highs. Windy conditions in the western plains and plenty of sunshine out west. We're going to get to your local forecast coming up in the next 30 seconds.
Well, hey there, it's Dolly. See me on the Today Show this morning. I want to share a project that's very close to my heart, and I can't wait to tell you about it.
All right, you heard Dolly. Right. Don't you move. She's got something to share. Carson, you're going to help her deliver it in Pop Star. It's an exclusive.
It's an exclusive, and it's wonderful, as is everything with Dolly.
Yes.
Not even music related, but we'll save it for a little bit later from now. We've got other news to get to, starting with the ongoing search, of course, for Savannah's mom, Nancy, who's now been missing for 26 days.
Law enforcement was back at her home yesterday, with sources saying officials are preparing to turn that home back over to the Guthrie family. NBC's Liz Kreutz joins us now with the very latest once again from Tucson. Liz, good morning.
Hi, Craig. Hi, guys. Good morning to you. According to 2 law enforcement sources, after weeks of extensively searching Nancy's property, investigators no longer feel the need to seal the home off as a crime scene or to prevent the family from having access to it. This comes as investigators are now pouring through those hundreds of new tips, which experts say really can be submitted anonymously. Nobody needs to know who you are.
This morning, 26 days into the search, 2 federal law enforcement sources tell NBC News officials are working on turning Nancy Guthrie's home back over to her family. Several agents at the property Wednesday, as part of that plan, were seen in the same doorway where an armed, masked man was captured on Nancy's doorbell camera. Here, they appeared to analyze something on a sliding glass door. Local authorities also plan to restrict public parking on Nancy's street starting today. Since Nancy went missing, there's been enormous public interest, including an outpouring of love and support for the family.
Your Lord Jesus.
This woman came to pray outside the home last night. At times, though, there's also been a slew of false accusations. Dominic Evans, a local teacher and bandmate of Nancy's son-in-law, speaking to the New York Times after his name was dragged into the case by internet sleuths who, without evidence, deemed him a prime suspect. He and his wife telling the Times they've been scared numb, forced to hide out in their home. Meanwhile, the FBI now going through hundreds of new tips, many generated after Savannah and her family offered a $1 million reward for the return of their mom.
If you have a criminal record, if you're undocumented, if you have a tip in this case, that's what they want most. They're willing to overlook anything.
Former FBI Special Agent Brianna Fox walked us through how tips can be sent anonymously, both by phone and online to the FBI and through Crime Stoppers.
you can provide a tip and they will provide you a unique number or passcode. That passcode then allows you to log into their website and see the status of your tip. So if your tip, in fact, led to the identification of either Mrs. Guthrie or the conviction of a suspect, that will notify you that you have been essentially rewarded.
So Liz, to that point, how does the FBI go about guaranteeing that people who do reach out, that they actually remain anonymous?
Yeah, so Craig, experts say that let's say you submit a tip, it qualifies for the reward, you want to remain anonymous, you can then pick up that reward at a neutral location that's decided, often a place like a post office. That reward will likely be given to you in cash, and all you have to do is show that unique PIN number that's associated with your tip. You do not need to show your ID. Experts say it is really not traceable and no questions asked.
Absolutely
Craig.
Anonymous. Absolutely anonymous. Liz, thank you. A reminder, by the way, once again, anyone with information that could be helpful in this case should call that tip line on your screen, 1-800-CALL-FBI. Again, we've talked about this. It's been 26 days now. Someone knows something.
Yeah.
Someone has talked. Someone knows something.
And I've explained that, too. I didn't understand how that sort of anonymous thing would work.
Yeah, it's worth underscoring that no matter who you are, you can call the tip in, you can get the reward without anyone knowing,
no
as
ID
long as you have
needed,
information.
There's a lot more ahead this morning, guys, including the sport of hockey definitely having a monster moment, as you all know. After Olympic gold for the U.S. men and women, now they're being celebrated back here with their other home teams by a sea of new hockey fans. Right after this.
We're back, 7:38 this morning on In Depth today. Stars on Ice.
That's right. The NHL season picked back up last night, giving hockey fans both old and new the chance to celebrate the triumphant return of America's gold medal winners.
I love that afterglow. We got NBC's Emily Aketa here with more. Hey, Em.
Hey, guys. Good morning to you. This week certainly was nothing short of monumental for Team USA's hockey stars, from Milan to Miami to the White House. And now the players are back on the ice, playing in the NHL in front of an exhilarated and expanding fan base.
Fresh off Olympic gold, a roaring return to the ice stateside for Team USA's stars.
Let's hear it for number 86, Jack Hughes.
New Jersey Devils player Jack Hughes honored last night and bringing on his Olympic teammate and now opponent, Buffalo Sabres forward Tage Thompson.
It'll never be about one person, and it's always about the team.
Hughes, the man who scored the golden goal to seal an overtime win against Canada.
Jack Hughes wins it! The golden goal for the United States!
Securing the men's first gold medal since the Miracle on Ice back in 1980, inspiring a new generation of young fans.
It was amazing to know that a Devil made history.
Since the victory, there's been little rest for these stars, who went from winning the gold medal in Milan on Sunday to Miami on Monday to Washington, D.C. Tuesday for a White House visit and stop at the State of the Union. There was some controversy after this locker room call following their Milan win from the president.
We're going to have to bring the women's team. You do know that. I do believe I probably would be impeached.
Later, some on the men's team acknowledging
we should have reacted differently. We know that we are so excited for the women's team. We have so much respect for the women's team.
Hillary Knight, the U.S. women's hockey team captain, telling ESPN,
I thought it was sort of a distasteful joke. We're just trying to focus on celebrating the women in our room.
But Knight also speaking to the bond between the two gold medal teams.
I think there's a genuine level of support there and respect.
Hughes celebrating their dual success last night.
I'm so proud and I'm so happy that the men's and women's USA hockey teams brought gold medals back to the United States of America.
Now all the players have a busy month ahead, getting back to the ice for their professional teams while being celebrated by their many new fans. Jack and his brother Quinn soaking it all in on Today earlier this week.
Just unbelievable. We felt so much support.
Okay, wow. The support is overwhelming. I was reading somewhere, Em, that the tickets for women's professional hockey went up like 50%.
I'd love to see the attendance, right?
I mean, those girls are going to bask in the afterglow, too. The team was invited to the White House. Are there any plans for them to go there?
So the U.S. women's team said they couldn't make it to the State of the Union because of scheduling conflicts. As for the trip to the White House, they said to NBC News in a statement that they are honored and grateful for the invitation. A firm date has not yet been set. But by the way, the Professional Women's Hockey League, that resumes tonight. I'm sure in front of a whole, to your point, a whole lot of new fans.
I mean, there are so many young girls who watched those women play and went, probably have a new profession in mind. But
absolutely.
Thanks, Em. Thank you.
Thank you. Stars on Ice. Speaking of ice, Mr. Roker, how's the weather looking, sir?
Well, you know, some places are not dealing with any ice whatsoever. Potential records as we look at the next few days from Burbank, California, Alamosa, Albuquerque, San Angelo, Fort Smith, Kansas City, College Station, all could see records. We're talking 9 states. Look at these records and look at how mild it is. Wichita going into the weekend, you're going to be into the low 70s, 80s in Dallas and Houston, Albuquerque. You're going to see temperatures into the 70s. And as we head into the eastern part of the country, again, fairly mild. Cleveland on Friday, 53, mid-50s to 60s in Richmond. New York looking at temperatures getting up into the 40s. Now, we've got extreme drought, unfortunately, for our friends down in Florida. The rain that's coming is going to help them. Right now, we're talking about moderate drought for about 99% of the state. Extreme drought for 67%. The worst winter drought in 25 years for Florida. So any rain they get will be welcome. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. That's your latest weather. Hashtag PSSP.
Time for a little pop star sneak peek,
Absolutely.
everybody. All right, we're going to start with Harry Styles, who just appeared on the latest episode of Brittany Broski's web series. It's called Royal Court. Looks pretty wild, revealing some big changes in his life lately.
What's your bedtime routine?
Well, I've just started washing my face.
Ooh, never too late.
I've just got an electric toothbrush. I used to be acoustic.
Acoustic.
Funny line, right? Okay. Electric toothbrush. I used to be acoustic. I love that.
Why are they dressed like
I think that's just part of the web. By the way, table poll. Raise your hand if you wash your face before bed.
Is that a trick question?
I do.
I don't.
You don't? You don't.
It depends on. No, not usually.
Yeah.
I watch it when I get home, though.
Because if you notice when Harry said that, it was like a new thing for him.
Yeah.
He was like, now I wash my face.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I don't think I've ever, specifically washed, but you do, right? Yeah.
I do.
Whatever
every
you're doing
night,
is working, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't either, so don't just put it back off. What do you mean? Al looks perplexed.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
You've been on TV for 100 years, and you have to get the makeup off sort of always on, right?
Don't come after me just because Siri realizes now your hygiene is suspect.
Well, I do everything else, but I don't do the full face.
I do everything
clean.
else. But the part that comes closest to my wife's face is filthy.
You keep doing whatever you're doing, it's working. And you've got 4 kids, so clearly it's working as well. Carson's got more pop star ahead. Jenna's around with the.
That just means he washed his face 4 times.
What is happening? Okay, we have a special double dose of classroom cuteness you don't want to miss right after this.
All right, welcome back. Jenna has made her way to the table because it's boost time.
You know what? We're going to double boost it because I think we really need that, right?
Yes,
So here's a couple of classroom classics. First, here's a little girl going all in on Mardi Gras. This is for you, Hoda, showing some real Louisiana enthusiasm for the Lenten season.
She brought it. I love
Hoda, do you recognize her? Do you recognize her? I feel like Hoda knows that girl.
Oh,
Okay.
that's the best.
Here's another one. This is a class in Greensboro, North Carolina. They just posted a video explaining what the kiddos are giving up for Lent. But just see if you can spot the one student who's not exactly thrilled by the concept.
I will give up my favorite toy and he's a little dog and sleep with him. I will give up my stuffy Ariel. I sleep with him every night. I will give up my computer.
I can have it, but I'm not happy about it.
Oh, that is amazing.
If y'all could see
That's
me,
all of us.
That's me with the chips.
That's
I
me
was
with-
like, I'm going to give up chips.
Right, that's me with a cocktail every night.
Right? Henry saw me standing in the pantry just
That's hilarious.
eating a chip.
That is funny.
Nice double
I
race.
love that.
All right.
Gosh, that's amazing. Coming up, we cannot get enough hockey talk. So in Popstar, we've got a sneak peek at what you can expect from heated rivalry star Connor Story. He's going to host SNL this weekend. We got a really funny promo that just came out. We'll play it for you. But first, quick check your local news weather and these messages.
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, breaking overnight. Cuban troops open fire on a U.S. registered speedboat, killing 4 people and capturing at least 5 others. Cuban officials claim the group came from Florida to carry out an armed infiltration.
It is highly unusual to see shootouts in open sea like that, but we're going to find out.
The U.S. now weighing its response. We've got the latest in a live report. Then, round 3, yet another snowstorm possible this weekend as the South braces for some major rain. Al's got your full forecast. And back in the spotlight, one of America's most iconic couples now captivating a whole new generation of fans.
You really know how to make an entrance, by the way.
An inside look at John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bassett's love story that has people talking all over again. All that plus SNL gets heated.
When you get to hell, tell them Rosanov sent you.
The Bridesmaids get the band back together.
That's what friends are for.
And Dolly has a big announcement just for us.
You'll hear it first on the Today Show right now.
Today, Thursday, February 26th, 2026.
Hi to our students and staff at Mount Notre Dame High School.
In Cincinnati. From Clarkston, Michigan.
Celebrating my 60th birthday. Visiting from Jacksonville, Florida. Hi, Josh. Shout out to Port Washington, Wisconsin.
And Cedar Lake, Indiana.
You gotta chase me, but I wouldn't mind.
Good morning to my grandpa in Concord, California.
We love you, Grandpa Steve. Hi to my boys, Henry and Jack. And my granddaughter, Annie. Back in Tennessee.
We see you, Tennessee. Welcome back to Today. So glad you decided to spend some of your Thursday morning with us. And look at those folks out there on the plaza. It's a downright balmy 40 degrees.
I'm looking at sweatshirts and no hats in some cases, so yeah.
Hoda is here, of course, while Savannah remains with her family. It is a busy Thursday morning. Let's get right to your news today. We're going to begin with that deadly confrontation off the coast of Cuba. Cuban troops opened fire on a U.S. registered speedboat with nearly a dozen people on board. Let's get the very latest now from NBC's senior White House correspondent, Gabe Gutierrez. Gabe, good morning.
Craig, good morning. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the U.S. is conducting its own investigation before it responds, and that it will not rely on information provided by Cuba. But the violent shootout at sea is threatening to further ramp up tensions in the Caribbean. The Cuban Interior Ministry says 4 people were killed and 6 injured after Cuba's Border Patrol intercepted a speedboat that was registered in Florida. The shootout happened off the island's northwest coast Wednesday morning. In a new statement overnight, the Cuban government says the boat's passengers were Cuban residents of the United States and accuses the passengers of intending to carry out an infiltration for terrorist purposes, adding assault rifles, Molotov cocktails, and other weapons were seized. Again, the U.S. is not confirming any of that. President Trump had been increasing pressure on Cuba's communist government in recent weeks, and the U.S. is blocking virtually all oil shipments to the island. Fuel shortages have devastated Cuba, which is, of course, just 90 miles off the Florida coast. Craig?
Gabe Gutierrez there from the White House. Gabe, thank you.
The Trump administration will temporarily halt some Medicaid funding to the state of Minnesota over what they're calling fraud concerns. Vice President J.D. Vance made that announcement yesterday alongside Dr. Mehmet Oz, who oversees Medicare and Medicaid services. The move will keep Minnesota from receiving $259 million in Medicaid reimbursements this month. It's part of President Trump's larger effort to crack down on the misuse of public funds. The state is currently the subject of an ongoing fraud probe, but Minnesota Governor Tim Walz says the move has nothing to do with fraud and will be devastating to those who need that money.
Well, the calendar flipping to March this weekend, but the winter weather holding on for dear life for a lot of folks right now. Alice back with a look at another possible winter storm. We got rain down south as well.
That's right, guys. The good news is this isn't going to be anything like what we saw earlier this week. So we've got this cold Arctic air over the Midwest. Incoming Pacific moisture slams into that. So rain and snow is going to pick up to Sunday afternoon. We move into Monday. That snow heads from the Midwest into the mid-Atlantic with icy travel considering. Now, here's what we're looking at. The European model brings some light to moderate snow across much of the Midwest into the mid-Atlantic states. However, the American model, a little more aggressive, heavier snow from Kansas City, St. Louis, on into Charleston and the mid-Atlantic states. We're still going to continue to watch this because it's an evolving situation. We do know that we've got plenty of heavy rain now making its way through the southeast and on into parts of the southeastern Gulf. They need the rain. We're talking about anywhere 1 to 2 inches of rain from Montgomery to Charleston and down to Valdosta. Guys?
All right, Al, thanks so much. We'll check back with you in just a bit. We've got an important recall to tell you about this morning. More than 55,000 pounds of frozen blueberries are being recalled because they may be contaminated with listeria. The fruit was produced by Oregon Potato Company. It was sold in 4 states, in Michigan, Wisconsin, Oregon, and Washington State. For more information on the recall, you can go to our website, today.com.
Now to some heart-stopping moments at an Omaha, Nebraska intersection. Take a look here as the road suddenly gives way, swallowing 2 vehicles inside. Bystanders are stunned at first, then they spring into action. As you can see, the driver of the silver pickup pulls himself out of the passenger window before sprawling out onto the roof there, while a group of Good Samaritans work to pull the person in the red SUV out of the hole. Thankfully, surprisingly, no one was hurt. Officials say an underground water leak likely to blame. Can you imagine just walking along the intersection, all of a sudden you see, poof.
Terrifying, yeah.
All right, Mr. Daly, what you working on, buddy?
Well, guys, she teased it earlier in the show, the one and only Dolly Parton herself with news that she's going to share about a very meaningful milestone in her life. We'll tell you all about it coming up.
But first, timeless fashion, a glamorous lifestyle, and oh-so-secret wedding. JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette were the it couple of the 90s, and a hit new series has them back in the spotlight in a big way. Chloe Melas will take us behind the scenes with Love Story's breakout star. That's coming up right after this.
We are back 8:10 with the Love Story that has people really talking all over again.
Yeah, that's the name of the wildly popular new series, all about one of America's most iconic couples, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette.
NBC's entertainment correspondent Chloe Melas is here with an inside look at the show and the couple who inspired it. And you're a huge fan of this, right?
I mean, do you see the outfit right now? Yes. So Love Story is Ryan Murphy's latest hit series about JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette's very public romance. The show taps into how they met, fell in love, their secret wedding, and their legacy. Their romance now captivating a whole new generation of fans.
You really know how to make an entrance, by the way. Although I'm not gonna lie, I was sort of hoping it was Prince.
They were the ultimate it couple of the 90s. John F. Kennedy Jr., America's Prince, the son of a president, George Magazine founder, and the sexiest man alive.
John F. Kennedy Jr.
And Carolyn Bessette, a fashion executive who never sought the spotlight. Now, more than 25 years later, their romance is back in the headlines.
What's up?
I need a new suit.
Thanks to FX and Hulu's new series, Love Story, from executive producer Ryan Murphy. And 4 episodes in, it's become a cultural sensation.
I am so obsessed with the TV show Love Story.
Social media flooded with clips, fan edits, and deep dives.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, John. This is Carolyn Bessette. She's our VIP whisperer at the company.
The real-life couple was introduced by Bessette's boss, fashion legend Calvin Klein, shocking the world when they managed to marry in secret in 1996. Their beauty, glamour, and New York City lifestyle were a magnet for cameras, even as they struggled to protect their privacy. No one could have predicted their tragic deaths in a 1999 plane crash. Their story once again reminding us of their influence. In the show, the charismatic pair is played by Broadway star Sarah Pidgeon and model Paul Anthony Kelly in his first ever acting role at 37 years old.
Did you feel pressure to play JFK Jr., like a massive sense of responsibility?
Oh, absolutely. When playing a real-life individual, you have to take the utmost care and love and honesty into it.
With only a month to prepare for the role, he immersed himself in all parts of JFK Jr.'s life.
I really just dove into everything I could watch on YouTube, all the interviews.
Back then, JFK Jr. rode his bike through Manhattan and lived his life out in the open, long before fame meant filters and followers.
But I found that he was just such, he really wanted to be just a regular guy, which is why he was out all the time and doing these things and really living his life.
Everyone needs a good, broad, muscular shoulder to cry on.
The show also fueling interest in its real-life filming locations all over New York City, from the couple's Tribeca loft to Pana 2, an Indian restaurant in Lower Manhattan.
This your go-to date spot?
Where the show filmed JFK Jr. and Carolyn on their first date. And then there's the fashion. Carolyn Bessette's minimalist style back in vogue once again, with slip dresses, tailored coats, and clean lines, inspiring a whole new generation's fashion.
I think she was just absolutely authentic in the way that she dressed, and that's why so many women admire her and want to emulate her.
Now some of Bessette's clothing from her actual wardrobe is at auction, sparking renewed interest in her legacy. A quarter century later, Kennedy and Bessette's love story is reminding viewers, both old and new, why the world couldn't look away.
So a new episode drops tonight. There are only 4 more to go.
Don't spoil it, Chloe. Don't spoil it.
I won't spoil it. But as you can see, right, it's the fashion, it's the locations, it's the romance of it all from a whole generation of fans that weren't even alive when this couple was dominating the headlines. And Hulu now says it is their #1 show.
Of course.
You can see why.
It's the attention to detail.
I love the fact that this actor, you said he's 36, 37?
37.
First-time role. This is amazing for him.
He was about to hang up his hat, he told me yesterday in our interview, and stop acting, stop trying, because he was going on auditions for over a decade. Then he gets cast by Ryan Murphy, has a month to prepare for the role. And the best part is that now he watches the show with his wife and his new baby. He became a first-time dad in January.
That's great.
Chloe, did you know that Hoda once met JFK?
I didn't meet him. I saw him in Central Park, which I'll never forget. He was playing frisbee.
You see those scenes in the show of him playing shirtless.
Yes,
Central
he played
Park
out in the park.
Well, Ryan Murphy does this. He makes cinematic television.
Yeah.
You know, so you can see those attention to details in it, the fashion in
and
New York.
from horror that he's so known for to love.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you can see, I can't get enough of my Carolyn
I love the
Bessette.
Carolyn Bessette look.
You too.
You're on point.
With
Mine
your
was
white
accidental.
It's very Carolyn Bessette today, Craig.
Thank you.
All right, thanks,
Thank
Chloe.
you.
All right, Mr. Roker, how about a check of the weather?
All right, guys. Well, you can see we've got those heavier showers and thunderstorms now making their way toward the mid-Atlantic states. Fairly dry and around the rest of the country. Maybe a few snow showers around the central Great Lakes. The heat continues southern Texas to the southwest. Temperatures in the 90s, 30s as you get across the Great Lakes, some 20s interior parts of New York State and New England. So for today, those strong storms through the southeast, record highs down through southern Texas, sunny and mild, central plains, windy in the western plains, plenty of sunshine out west. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. That's your latest weather. Don't forget, take us out, will you? Today's Show Radio, Sirius XM Channel 108. Best time of the morning, Pop Start.
All right, we got a Pop Start for you today, guys. Let's start with Dolly Parton, as advertised all morning long. The Queen of Country has something very special to celebrate this morning, and guess what?
What?
She has sent us an exclusive video with the East Tennessee Children's Hospital president and CEO to help reveal the big news. Watch this.
Now, I've always believed that every child deserves a fair chance to grow up healthy, hopeful, and surrounded with love. Now, that belief is what brought me together with the incredible people at East Tennessee Children's Hospital.
It's amazing how aligned you are with our mission to take care of each child that walks through our doors like one of our own. And now for some amazing news. East Tennessee Children's Hospital is becoming Dolly Parton Children's Hospital.
Well, praise the Lord. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing, and I am so honored to support these doctors, nurses, and team members. I hope you'll join me in supporting this work. When we come together for our children, there is no limit to what we can do. to learn.
Yeah, we were thinking like we don't what we know of Dolly. We know how much something like this means to her, as opposed to a lot of the other accolades in her musical career.
Yeah.
For instance, I think she turned down being in the Rock and Roll Hall of.
So-
I want to give that spot to somebody else. She's so gracious.
Wow.
But this
matters.
To her.
Yeah,
beautiful.
And that speaks volumes.
She's also done so much for literacy with her foundation. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well done, Dolly.
There's people who do it, who are charitable, but then there's really people who really
walk the walk.
Dolly is one of them, so congratulations. That's great. Next up, Saturday Night Live this weekend, heated rivalry star Connor Story is set to make his SNL debut as host, and in a brand new promo. He's born in Texas, by the way, and he's become famous for that Russian accent on the show. But here in the promo, he's going toe-to-toe with one of SNL's best voices.
I actually do all kinds of accents.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did someone say all kinds of accents? Well, I reckon this here show ain't big enough for the both of us.
It's an accent duel.
Call him out.
German.
Oh, das ist easier than drinking ein Hefeweizen, ja?
Shakespeare.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Now, Shakespeare, but bad.
To be or not to be, that's the question. What's up with this guy, am I right?
Jamaican.
I feel like
I don't
guys
think
like us should probably.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay, sorry. What about?
Oh, that's great.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good.
That's good, right?
That's gonna be a good
Promo's like a whole clip.
Like that.
Yeah, that's what we're going to get. It's going to be a good one, guys. It's this weekend. Musical guest Mumford & Sons, just to add on top of Connor's story. So we'll all be watching that. Next up, Bridesmaids. After 15 years, the stars of the hit comedy are opening up about shooting this fan favorite scene.
Thank you all for coming.
I just wanted to say really
Dessert
quick.
wine is out. Consuelo?
Really quick, speaking of Consuelo, Lillian and I took Spanish together in school. And so I would just like to say to you and to everyone here, gracias para vivir en la casa, en las escuelas, en el azul marcada.
I love that. That's a great scene. Well, Kristen Wiig and Rose Byrne recently sat down to take a look back at how that beloved bilingual moment actually happened. So take a listen.
We just went off. Yes, the books. Paul was like, just keep going up there. We only did that long run like one time or two times or something, and that was it. And then that's what's in the movie. So. Oh my God, that was just
Like some of the best scenes are just ad-libbed, not planned out, and they're both so good at that.
Yeah.
And where's Bridesmaids 2, by the way?
I'm here for
is that
it.
working on it? I don't know. All right, next up is Jackson White, the Tell Me Lies star. Stopped by Jimmy Fallon and The Tonight Show last night, revealing that before he was an actor, he had big dreams to play the drums professionally. So guess what happened? Our buddy Questlove stepped aside to let Jackson show off a little bit of his skills with the legendary Roots crew. Here's how that went.
Wow.
Right? Talented guy. That is Jackson. He'll tell us all about that. He's going to be here in the third hour. Again. Today.
That's right.
So we'll have to get out the drum set. Next up, Haley Steinfeld and Josh Allen. Some exciting news from this sweet couple ahead of the holidays. The Sinners actress and Buffalo Bills star quarterback revealing they are expecting baby number one. These two, as you recall, just got married last spring. And then yesterday, she revealed this sweet snap of her baby bump. Haley opening up about pregnancy in her Bow Society newsletter, detailing her recent excitement for styling her growing belly. Well, Jenna, what is going on with you over there?
What does she look like? I don't know. She looks amazing.
Yes, she does.
She looks amazing.
Beautiful.
What
I wasn't
happened?
just expecting the picture.
Yeah.
It was just sexy.
And I like he's just drinking coffee.
Come on.
Hi, honey.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no,
she
no,
looks
she is.
beautiful.
She
Of course
does.
Yeah, I just didn't see the picture coming.
Oh. The best part of waking up.
What's next, Carson?
All right, we added a story. It's Jaws, Uncle Al.
Yes?
So calling all Jaws collectors, you're going to need a bigger self. Quint's iconic harpoon gun is hitting the market, and it's estimated to fetch nearly $500,000.
Hooper, tie it up!
There you go. What? The Prop Store Auction House.
Don't wait for me.
Kick off a spring sale featuring some legendary movie pieces next month. The auction taking place from the 25th of March to the 27th. So you only have a 40-hour window there with over 1,000 rare available, including a selection. If it's not the shark you're into, if it's Star Wars, they got cool stuff like C-3PO.
That's
the head. If you want the head of C-3PO.
Man.
By the way, Al
There's
Roker.
that.
You should
Al Roker, let's go.
I'm just going to go down there.
What would you want?
That harpoon gun would.
Who would you shoot with that harpoon?
I wouldn't shoot anybody. But he can't go down with 3 barrels on him. Not with 3 barrels, he can't.
Okay, well. Wow. Maybe Deborah will surprise you.
We never know.
Yeah.
I think we know. She's not going to.
Probably not.
Don't get
Probably
hopes
not.
up. Don't get
Not going to
hopes up.
happen. Not going to happen.
Oh, still ahead. Guys, look who's here. Stanley Tucci. Stanley Tucci is back. After eating and drinking his way through the Winter Olympics, he has returned home to tell us all about his adventures.
Got the gold in eating and drinking.
And he's also going to share his favorite pizza recipe.
Won't even look
as
at
well.
us.
Yes.
Yeah, he will. After a quick check your local news, weather.
Busy.
You're right. He's not. He won't even look at the camera. We'll be back after local news.
Back now, 8:30. It's a Thursday morning. Let's give a little extra camera time to our fantastic crowd out on the plaza. A lot of love, a lot of Al Roker love. Can you come back? My favorite sign right here. Hang on. Can we just see this one right here? Right? Look,
Well, that's awfully nice.
Friesen from Florida to see Al.
That's kind of like something Jenna would say. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
And
that's
these nice
great.
folks had nice signs.
Yeah. Oh my
Thank you,
God.
that's very nice.
Oh my gosh.
It's all Roker.
Wow.
It's Roker all the time.
All right, we've got somebody that we always love when they're here inside Studio 1A. That is the great Stanley Tucci, who was reporting for us from Italy. For all of us, actually, if you're a foodie, that's what I'm talking about there, because he ate his way through Milan during the Winter Olympics. He's brought back one of his favorite pizza recipes that you can have a little fun creating with your family. We look forward to talking to Mr. Tucci.
Can't wait for that. Then later in our third hour, we've got another Emmy winner with us, Mr. Bradley Whitford. He's going to be live in Studio 1A talking about his new role. It's a rom-com, and he's got a very special co-star, his real-life wife.
That's cool.
Which is cool.
I like that. And on the fourth hour, we're catching up with actress Gina Gershon. She's giving us an intimate look at her life and her career in a new memoir.
You can't say the name of the book, though, can you?
No, we can't. Okay. Thank you for asking.
Well, now I'm really intrigued.
Thank you for asking. We'll tell you in commercial break.
Okay.
Thanks, Al. Plus, we'll get a peek at the latest Netflix comedy special from one of the fastest rising stars of stand-up, Taylor Tomlinson.
Right now, though, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by one of our greatest Winter Olympians of all time, Alana Myers-Taylor.
Let's go!
Sledding star. She raced her gold for the first time in Italy. The 6th medal of her storied Olympic career, and that moment made even more memorable because her sons Noah and Nico, they were there with her as well. Welcome home, Alana. Welcome. By the way, we're in all
There it is. Is that heavy around the neck?
Yes, very heavy, but I'm good for it. I'll be okay.
The most decorated female Winter Olympian in American history.
Wow.
And they tell me yesterday you were back home making breakfast for the boys.
Yeah, you know, back to normal mom stuff, changing diapers, making breakfast, finding clothes, finding socks, same old, same old.
She's just like us.
That's
It's
relatable.
so funny. You've waited for this gold medal and you wondered if it was going to come. So the moment actually did arrive. Was it what you anticipated and thought it would feel like?
It was way more than what I anticipated because I worked so hard for it, because I didn't know if it would ever come, and just waiting all those years and just keeping consistent and grinding, like the fact that it actually happened, like the emotion shows it all, like it was the moment of a lifetime.
And I understand Noah has dibs on your gold medal.
Yes, it's his. He just keeps signing Noah champion, and it's his. So I guess he's got to fight out with Nico for it, though.
There's enough to go around.
Yeah, they'll share.
And your sons are both deaf,
Yes.
right? And so there was a beautiful moment where you were signing and your husband was signing to Mommy One. Is that when they sort of understood what was happening?
Yes, and the funny thing is, it's one of those genuinely parent moments. Like, we didn't really realize what was going on. We were just trying to keep them calm and just trying to to reassure them because he saw mommy crying and he didn't know what was going on. So I wanted to try to explain, hey, mommy's okay. We just won the biggest race of my career.
And you shared that moment with your husband, with your sons, also with your babysitter who makes it possible. It was so beautiful. What has your team been like for you, your family, and everyone around you?
Oh my gosh, they're the only reason I'm here. They've done everything for me. They've watched the kids every step of the way, and they've encouraged me, supported me. I've had many nannies, Macy, Lynn, the most recent one, but I have so many nannies throughout the years that have allowed us to get here. It's been incredible.
A lot of Myers too.
Wow.
Well done.
Congratulations.
We're so proud of you.
So proud of you.
Thank you.
Wow.
We are back with a brand new batch of Today Bestsellers highlighting overachievers of retail, all from Amazon. From genius kitchen innovations to some wardrobe staples, they have captured the attention of shoppers in a huge way, selling about 100,000 of these products in just 1 month. Here to reveal what everyone is buying right now, Shop Today contributor Chassie Post. Remember, you can shop along. You scan that QR code that's right at the bottom of the screen. Chassie?
Good morning, Craig.
You said these kitchen gadgets have sold how many?
40,000 of these sold just last month alone, and these are incredible. So first up, we've got one that starts at under $10.
Okay.
So, Craig, this is a 2-in-1 olive oil mister. And check this out. I love this because I always overpour. So you can either spray, or it can stream, or it can pour. So you have total control of how much olive oil you're using. And each mist is just 0.15 ounces. So it saves you money, it saves you calories, saves you oil.
Only $9.
Yeah, under $10. And
I like this because it doesn't take up too much space.
This is the Kitchen Mama electric can opener, and over 100,000 ratings. You're going to see a video here.
No.
It's hands-free can opening. Have you ever seen anything cooler? And what I love about it is, check this out with this top here. So it cuts on the side of
so
the
you
can.
don't cut your hand.
So no crazy jagged edges.
Oh,
so
that's
I
smart.
mean, this is so smooth, so smart, and $29. It's battery operated.
All right, let's talk about this. Bathroom organizers?
Yes. So over 30,000 people bought this no drill adhesive shower caddy set. So it comes with 5 different pieces. So you get 2 of the shelves, you get 2 soap holders, you get 1 toothbrush holder.
Okay.
And guess what? You don't need a drill. So if you can see here, it's an adhesive little panel with hooks. You just stick that on the wall, and these trays hold up to 40 pounds. So, and they're rust-free.
Rust-free,
and
that's big
and
deal.
they're a huge sale, $19, so that's 33% off. Yep.
And they've sold 30,000 of these?
That's 30,000 of these. Okay,
That's
so
top
next up,
beauty.
I know, our Shop Today team have been using these for years. These are a mega bestseller. Have you seen these? Are from Kitsch, and these are the Dermaplane razors.
I have seen these.
Yeah, so these are great because you can use them to, you know, gently remove peach fuzz or, you know, dead skin all in one step. They're also great for, you know, your skin feels so smooth, and it helps for, you know, your face products to really absorb, and men can use them for, you know, touch-ups. And then also our producer uses these to shape her brows every day. I've used them on my arms. So, you know, this is under $8 for a set of 12. Okay.
Let's stay in the beauty category.
Okay, so this mask from Medicube. So this is a Korean beauty brand. Over 100,000 people bought this mask. And check it out. It's one of those peel-off masks that you use overnight. Look, it looks like glass. That is a collagen sort of
I didn't see that
wrap.
coming. Okay.
Yeah, and you pull it off, and our producer tested it. She said her skin felt so just firm. And I mean, it reduces fine lines and wrinkles, deeply hydrated, and really glowy.
It's a great brand, too.
Yeah, Medicube. And $19 for 2.5 ounces, so that's a lot of masks.
Got some big sales on fashion essentials?
Yes, so if you're wondering what everybody's buying when it comes to wardrobe, it is those perfect, you know, elevated basics.
You can wear it forever.
Yeah, so over 3,000 bought these wonderful sweaters for men and women, and I've got to say that these, first of all, for women, this crew neck sweater, you can see in this
there
photo.
you are.
There I am. I loved it. You can dress it up, dress it down, and it feels like butter, and it's just $28.
Butter.
Yeah,
Oh, it does.
And I actually bought a sweater sweater that was exactly like this for over $100 the other day. So I love that I don't have to. And also for men, Craig, this is 100% cotton. It's a V-neck, so classic. And check out this photo of our model here. He put it on.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to take it off. He wore it straight to work. And I mean, so this starts at $15. This starts at $28.
And what about the pants?
And
What
last
makes them
but
so
not least,
versatile?
okay, y'all aren't going to believe these pants. 5,000 of these have sold this month. They're a 2-in-1. So look at this picture.
2-in-1
here.
pants?
Yes, because they look like a tailored trouser.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But guess what? They feel like a yoga pant. So I was skeptical, but yes, you can wear these to the gym and to work. They are so soft. And I mean, I just think these are genius, right? For
Sassy.
around $26, why not be comfortable?
Why not be comfortable, says Chassis Post. Chassis, thanks as always. To check out this list and more, scan that QR code, or you can head to today.com/shop. Mr. Daly.
Sorry, we're just chatting it up about Italy over there. We're so excited to have you back. I thought you were just going to stay.
In Italy?
Yes.
It was tempting.
Well, we got him back here. Stanley Tucci brought his pizza oven. So we're going to make some pizzas. We're going to talk about some food and have a good time. But first, this is Today on NBC. All right, we are back at 8:46 with Today Food and cooking up an exciting morning because our good buddy Stanley Tucci is here, nice enough to come back from Italy. Of course, he's done it all, movies and TV and theater, but today he's here to tell us about the latest addition to his cookware collection. It is a beautiful new pizza oven, as you can see displayed here, and to share his recipes for a couple delicious, we're going to do a classic margarita pizza, a focaccia pizza. Stanley, it's always good to have you. We've just been talking to you about Italy. You've been there so many times. What was extra special about this Olympic trip?
Well, to be a part, even vaguely a part of the Olympics, you know, it was incredible. I always loved the Olympics. I love the Winter Olympics in particular.
Yeah.
So to be able to go there, you know, it's in Italy. I know Italy pretty well, and it was great. It was great.
Is it true the food in Milan is sort of, to somebody who's never been there, is not exactly when you think of Italian food? Is it a little bit different?
It's a little bit different because you're farther north. A lot of people think of Italian food as stuff like this, you know, pizza, tomato, basil, and all that stuff. But the farther north you go to, obviously, the climate is distinctly different. So you're not going to get tomatoes as often.
So it's less like rigatoni bolognese and more like fish and.
Yeah, you'll have fish there definitely, but you're going to have more root vegetables and things like that, and you'll have polenta will take the place. Polenta and rice will take the place of pasta.
Oh, interesting.
But then as you go up to Cortina, where the Olympics were, and that part of Trentino Alto Adige, you're going to have food that's more like Austria-Hungarian food, right? Because that was part of Austria at one point.
When you think about the trip right now, give me like a meal or a bite or a drink that comes to mind that you loved.
Oh, Campari. The Campari in Milan, you know, where it was invented, that was really cool. And I had aged Campari. I didn't know Campari could age. I thought only I aged. And it was amazing. It was like a brandy.
Wow, I love that it even surprised you.
Yeah, it was great.
We're going to cook some pizzas here in a second.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about Devil Wears Prada. It's been 20 years. The sequel's coming out.
Yeah.
What was that like? Emily, your sister-in-law, said it was great having you on set because of the martinis, the pasta after the days of shooting, and of course your humor.
Yeah, I had the best. Yeah, it was great. It was great. I mean, the fact when we did that movie the first time, Emily was 22. Now my older children are older than that, and now she's my sister-in-law.
Right.
And it's a wonderful friendship, and I'm very happy that we're family too.
She's aged like a fine Campari.
She certainly has. She certainly has.
What are we going to cook today? We got what's the pizza? This pizza oven is gorgeous.
All right, this pizza oven is so cool. They came to me, the Green Pan guys, you know, because we do all the cookware and everything, and they said, "Do you want to do a pizza oven?" I was like, "Well, it never even occurred to me." But they said, okay, we're here. So, and they did some drawings. And then we worked on the drawings, and we worked on what it can do, what a pizza oven should do.
Right.
And this does exactly what we want it to do.
Knowing how much you care about food, like I would buy this just because your name is on it. And I know that it's going to be legit. It's going to work great. By the way, it looks really cool.
It's cool.
It's like a Lamborghini.
Yeah, it is. It's a Lamborghini of pizza ovens.
Yes. We got our tasters over there. All right,
so you need a license for it.
Where do you put this? You put this in the kitchen? Is it okay inside? Or
what?
Is it all good in the kitchen?
Yeah, it's for inside, but you can also have it outside, and it comes with a thing that you can keep it outside and all that.
All right.
But it cooks super fast. It rotates.
Oh, wow.
And it has a light inside. I have to say, and it really works.
You seem very excited.
I'm very excited about it.
All right, well, make us a pizza.
All right, I'll make you a pizza.
Let's make something here.
All right, so really simple tomato sauce, right?
What do you got?
There's garlic in there, a little bit of tomato, and then these are San Marzano plum tomatoes. So we throw these in. These have sautéed for a little bit, right? You're going to throw those in there, and you're going to crush them up. You can do this in a pan, too.
You know, I do them with my hands.
Yeah, do them with your hands.
I use the Bianco tomatoes.
It is. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Chris Bianco
potatoes. They're tomatoes.
Yeah, they're
potatoes. What? Yeah.
I don't know.
They're incredible.
But I use my hand to break them down.
Yeah. So, do you want to do that now?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, you're really going to do it?
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think it matters. We make a lot of pizzas at the Daily House during football season.
You do.
Yeah, we have an outdoor pizza oven, so this is like our thing.
Oh.
Family comes over. You can make to order. What kind of pizza do you want, Hoda?
Pepperoni.
Well, we don't have it. What else?
What can we have?
Isn't that fun?
Mushroom?
What are our choices?
Well, you can have whatever we have.
Anchovies? We'll do margarita pizza.
All right.
Okay.
Margarita, that's fine.
Mr. Tucci brought a little margarita.
Yes, I brought
so
a
we
little
break this down.
margarita.
We got like a minute.
You're going to break that down, and then that's going to cook, right?
It's a pizza.
And it's going to turn into something like this, which looks the same as that.
Gorgeous.
And then I'm just going to put some of this on. Also with those Bianco potatoes. Why is it tomatoes? You don't even have to cook them. They're so good.
Yeah, they are delicious. And I add just a pinch of salt and a little bit of maybe olive oil.
Yeah.
What about the focaccia?
We didn't even eat. Where's the
How
pizza?
long does it stay in the oven?
It's delicious. I got to break
Is there
this.
something in there?
I don't know. Just
is there
keep cooking.
something in the oven now?
No, I'm
there's a pizza in the oven.
I got it right here.
No, I got it right here.
I panicked.
All right. I'm going to walk it over here. But if you've been thinking about buying a pizza oven, just get the Tucci.
Thank you.
Because
get the Tucci.
He's already done all the work.
It's got his name on it.
Yeah.
It's got my name on it.
Literally on right on top. It's fresh.
Yeah.
Also, the pizza ovens, I've extensively researched them, can be ridiculously expensive.
Yes.
It's like buying a car.
No, they
This one, very well priced. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, and a lot of them are so loud that you can't hear yourself think. But see, we're talking.
So if you're a librarian and you like pizza, this is the oven you want in the back. Stanley Tucci. Always a pleasure. He's going to stick around. Thank God this is set up. We got third and fourth hour. The recipes are up at today.com/food. And I think we're good.
Here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is Today on NBC. Back in a minute.
And we're back. We got some special birthdays to celebrate, Al.
Absolutely. We got some really cute faces for the Smucker's jar. So let's give them a little bit of a spin. First up, we got a happy birthday to Reagan Wilbur of Rochester, New York. She is the biggest Swiftie Rochester has ever seen. Happy first birthday to Fallon Wells from right here in New York City. Upper East Sider, loves watching pigeons and being her cousin Eden's little sidekick. Carter Stewart of Hot Springs, Arkansas, is 1 year old. Favorite toy? The remote. When he's not watching TV, loves those snuggles from the family. Happy first birthday to Jorni Giannini, Richard of East Orange, New Jersey, already excelling in gymnastics, and she is going to be a future Olympian. And Rosamund Kainsmith of Cleveland, Ohio, 1 year old, a social butterfly, loves making friends everywhere she goes. And happy first birthday to Evelyn Gorman of Powell, Ohio, watching us every morning with her mom because screen time doesn't count when it's the Today Show.
There you go. So,
Yeah.
What? Stanley Tucci. Fantastic pizza.
What a pizza.
It's good,
Simple.
right?
Don't overthink it.
Yeah,
You can have this at home.
Yeah. He's back in the third hour. Also coming up in the third hour, we talked about it in Pop Start. From the hit series Tell Me Lies, Jackson White's going to stop by after a quick check of your local news and weather.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.